Today I'm going to be showing you how to reverse flush and then patch a pinhole leak in your heater core. Right now I've just got two pieces of 3/4 inch acrylic hose hooked up to either side of the heater core, and I've got a garden hose with a regular nozzle on it just jammed into one end, and I'm reverse flushing it. Now you want to put the side that you're hooking the garden hose up to on the larger one of the outlets for the heater core. The outlet is larger on the Jeep Liberty. And as you saw at the beginning of this, I didn't really have much crap in there, but that's because I've had my heater core disconnected for 2 years because I have a pinhole leak. And now what I've done is I've added about maybe a cup of CLR into the heater core just to fill it up after I blew all the water out with just what I could with my mouth. And I've let this sit for about 5 minutes. You can probably go to 10 or 15, but I don't want to accidentally make anything worse. This is just to remove any deposits, silicates and mineral deposits, because I put a lot of tap water in this, and the previous owner did not take care of this cooling system. And I've replaced everything in the cooling system except for the heater core and some of the hoses. Now what I'm doing is I'm reverse flushing again just to push all the CLR out of the system. As you can see, the CLR I have there isn't really that bad. There wasn't much in the way of deposits in the system. And that can also be seen by the fact that nothing's really coming out when I flush it. After the initial reverse flush, I did a forward flush after that just to, make sure I got everything through, and I'm doing another forward flush here in a minute. Once again, the forward flush is just to make sure you get everything out. And you want to do a reverse flush because it tends to force deposits out because they settle in one direction. So if you force water the opposite direction, it tends to break it up easier. Now the issue I had with my heater core is I had a pinhole leak. It was very, very small, and I believe it was on the inlet side of the heater core at the very top, because it did not leak in my cab. But whenever I would turn my heat on in the winter, it would just blow steam right out the vents, and that was atomized ethylene glycol, which is neurotoxic and can be absorbed through the lining of your lungs, and it causes intoxication, brain damage, and kidney failure. So I had to disconnect that because being cold in the winter is not as bad as dying from brain failure. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding a stop leak to the system, and I'm going to be adding 4 of these Acdelco stop leak tabs, and these are designed for older GM systems, but they work in pretty much anything that'll take green goo. And these are basically just compressed coconut fiber, and they plug very small leaks, and they don't clog up your system like a lot of the other stop leaks do. But they also don't clog as big of a hole. But I don't want to accidentally plug up my radiator. I'm just trying to plug a very, very small hole. Alright, now I'm going to start the car up, and then I'm going to turn the heat on immediately, and that's because I want these stop leak tabs to be circulating through the heater core as soon as possible, because it's going to take a while for my thermostat to open, so I want the concentrated stop leak going through the heater core right now while the engine's cold. And now the engine is heated up, and it's blowing hot. I never had an issue with it blowing hot, it was just blowing steam out, and as you can see, there's nothing coming out. It isn't terribly cold out this day. It was probably like 75 degrees out, so it really would only show up if it was like straight up steam. And as you can see, there's no obvious leaks coming out of the HVAC system down there on the passenger floorboard, and feeling around, there's nothing. Bone dry. So that's good. It means I didn't accidentally make the leak worse by having it disconnected for 2 years or adding that CLR. The engine is warming up slowly because I have the heater core running, but I think it works. Alright, been out here testing it. It's probably been, 30 minutes? The car's been running. She's staying at a good temperature. She's not overheating. She's not terribly cold. I'm not smelling any ethylene glycol. Haven't this whole time. Well, I smell a little bit on startup, but that's just probably what was forced through the hole originally. Now I've got the car idling. I've got it all the way up to the maximum operating temp, as you can see on the OBD2 scanner. And I've just cut on the heater core to see if it's going to blow out any steam when it initially gets pressurized with water that's above boiling point, and it's not. So I think we're good. I honestly didn't expect this to work, but it has, so that's great. I'm not going to have to do anything crazy like replace this thing, which it's only a $30 part, but it requires you disassembling the entire dash, steering column, and center console just to get the heater core. Whereas in order to replace the blower motor, you just remove about 5 screws and it falls right out. But they couldn't make that easy because they wanted the HVAC system to be entirely one unit so that it stays pressurized and doesn't leak air, instead of just, putting in a gasket. I've got it blowing out of the defrost now. I'm trying to see if it's got any vapor in there that it's going to deposit on the window. And I'm just rubbing my fingers across the window to see if there's a film. There's not, so I think it's working. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Tom out. Alright, bonus story time. When I was out driving the Jeep testing the heater core, I drove to the other end of my neighborhood, and I shit you not, there was like an early 2000s Nissan Frontier, I think, and it had like 6 lug trailer wheels on the rear. Like, homeboy just straight up like swapped out trailer rims for his fucking light truck. Shit people does just baffles me. Like, I get it for the memes. I do shit for the memes, but like, that's just special kind of stupid right there. I'm a dip out. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Leave a comment. I won't read it. Just go down there and shit post or something like that. Yeah, I don't care. Whatever. Bye.